Dear students and friends, yesterday we are discussing about the theory of NMR spectroscopy. We have discussed the basic equation of NMR spectrophotometer. In NMR spectroscopy, for a proton spin number I is equal to 1 half, there are 2I plus 1 possible orientations. The energy of orientation is a product of magnetic moment mu and strength of the applied magnetic field strength H0. Therefore, the equation of energy E is equal to H nu can be written as E is equal to mu into H0. At resonance, this H nu is equal to 2 mu H0. Therefore, nu is equal to 2 into mu into H0 divided by H. This equation can be rewritten as frequency nu is equal to gyromantic ratio rho into H0 divided by 2 pi, where rho is equal to 2 pi mu upon H into I. It is a proportionality constant between magnetic moment mu and I. Therefore, it is also called as gyromagnetic ratio. It is constant for a particular nuclei but different for different nuclei. If you see the nuclei pinning in externally applied magnetic field H0, then it gains two orientations. Low energy state and high energy state. This low energy state generates its magnetic moment aligned with the direction of externally applied magnetic field. This is alpha state. While the another orientation E2, it is generating magnetic moment against the externally applied magnetic field. Therefore, high energy state and E2 is equal to plus mu into H0. Therefore, delta E is equal to 2 into mu into H0. Here, the frequency needed for resonance and the applied magnetic field strength are proportionally related, as nu is directly proportional to B0. If stronger is the magnetic field, then larger the energy difference between the two nuclear spin states and higher the frequency needed for resonance. In NMR spectrophotometers, they are referred to as 300 MHz, 500 MHz instruments, and so forth. Depending on the frequency of the RF radiation used for resonance, these spectrometers use very powerful magnets to generate a small but measurable energy difference between two possible spin states. You will see here the block diagram of NMR spectrometer. In NMR spectrometer, two powerful magnets are used within which the radio frequency transmitter is kept, and a sweep generator generates the radio frequency radiations which are transmitted by using radio frequency transmitter to the sample under testing, which is kept in this sample cell, and it generates signal of absorption and received by this radio frequency receiver, where it is amplified and the signal is recorded on recorder. This is the modern instrument NMR spectrophotometer, where in NMR probe the sample is rotated in a strong magnetic field and irradiated with short pulse of radio frequency radiation. This is the NMR probe within which a sample is kept, which is surrounded by a radio frequency radiator. Here the cross section of this probe is shown, which clearly indicates that a sample tube is kept here, around which a strong magnetic field is there, and radio frequency radiations are allowed to pass through this sample, which gives signal to this receiver, and this NMR console gives the signal to this recorder where NMR spectrum is recorded. The sample is dissolved in a solvent, usually solvent which is free from hydrogen atoms, like deuteriochloroform, and placed in a magnetic field. A radio frequency generator then irradiates the sample with short pulse of radiation, which causes resonance. When the nuclei fall back to their lower energy state, the detector measures the energy released and the spectrum is recorded by recorder. The superconducting magnets in modern NMR spectrometer have coils that are cooled in a liquid helium and conduct electricity with essentially no resistance. So this is the NMR probe, that is NMR spectrophotometer, which is nowadays used in different research laboratories. Its strength is 900 megahertz. Proton in different environment absorbs at slightly different frequencies. So they are distinguishable by NMR. The frequency at which a particular proton absorbs is determined by its electronic environment. The size of the magnetic field generated by the electrons around the proton determines where it absorbs. We know that in modern NMR spectrophotometer, a constant magnetic field strength B0 and then a narrow range of frequencies is applied to achieve the resonance of all kinds of protons. Only the nuclei that contain odd mass numbers such as proton or C13 or F19 or phosphorus 31 like nuclei, or odd atomic mass numbers like H2 and N14 give rise to NMR signal. Here The nuclei, which is kept under the influence of externally applied magnetic field, is shown, and it generates magnetic moment aligned against the externally applied magnetic field. The nuclear magnetic resonance spectroscopy gives us the signal for each kind of protons. For example, in case of ethanol, ethanol possesses total 6 hydrogen atoms. The molecular formula of ethanol is C2H6O. But all these 6 hydrogen atoms are not equivalent. Chemically, they differ from each other. If you see the molecular formula in ethanol molecule, CH3 is attached to CH2 and CH2 is attached to hydroxyl group. That means here this OH, CH2 and CH3. In ethanol molecule, 3 signals are appeared in NMR spectrum. This is second and this is third. So signal appeared at this of high intensity is for one kind of proton. Signal appeared at this at 3 delta value, it is for another kind of proton, and signal appeared here at 1 delta value, it is for third kind of proton. Now the chemical environment of these 6 protons is different. So signal appeared at 1 delta is for the hydrogen atoms present on this methyl group, which is attached to CH2. Therefore, chemical environment of these 3 hydrogen atoms is different than these 2 hydrogen atoms which are present on CH2. The protons on CH2 here, they are surrounded by CH3 and OH. That means the chemical environment is different, and therefore they shows their signal at about 2.7 to 2.8, where the proton attached to oxygen atom in hydroxyl group, its chemical environment is different than other 5 hydrogen atoms. Therefore, it gives signal at this value 4 delta. In NMR, an NMR spectrum is a plot of the intensity of a peak against its chemical shift. Now, intensity of a peak is related to number of hydrogen atoms which are present chemically equivalent. That means they must have equivalent or similar chemical environment. For example, in this molecule, CH3 attached to oxygen atom and it is attached to tertiary carbon with 3 methyl groups. Here, the spectra of this molecule shows that this signal at 0 delta value, that is of reference standard. We are using TMS as a reference standard in NMR. TMS means tetramethylsilane. We will discuss about it later on. In this given molecule, total 12 hydrogen atoms are there. 3 hydrogen atoms are present on methyl, while these 9 hydrogen atoms of 3 methyl groups are attached to this carbon atom. So, the chemical environment of these 9 hydrogen atoms is same. and it is different than chemical environment of these 3 hydrogen atoms. Therefore, this 9 hydrogen atom gives one signal and the 3 hydrogen atoms gives one signal. Now here these 3 methyl groups are directly attached to carbon atom, while this methyl is attached with oxygen atom, which is more electronegative. Therefore, these hydrogen atoms are more d-shielded, while these hydrogen atoms are lying to upfield side and they are shielded because they are attached to tertiary carbon atom. Therefore, the two signals are appeared with different intensities. This intensity is for 9 hydrogen atom, while this intensity indicates there are less hydrogen atom, that is only 3 hydrogen atoms are present which are attached to oxygen atom and gives signal at about 3.2 delta. The proton NMR spectrum, NMR absorptions generally appear at a sharp peak. Increasing chemical shift is plotted from left to right. Remember, if chemical shift increases, then the delta value increases and protons are said to be d-shielded. Most protons absorbs the radio frequency regions between 0 to 10 ppm in all types of compounds. The terms upfield and downfield describes the relative location of peaks. Upfield means to the right side of NMR spectrum, while downfield means to the left side of NMR spectrum. NMR absorptions are measured relative to position of the reference peak at 0 ppm on delta scale. This 0 ppm on delta scale is recorded as a reference standard signal due to tetramethylsilane. This tetramethylsilane is a volatile, chemically inert, low boiling compound that gives a single peak to extreme upfield side for typical NMR absorption. Therefore, it is used as a reference standard. The chemical shift of x-axis gives the position of NMR signal measured in ppm according to the following equation, where chemical shift in ppm on delta scale is equal to observed value of chemical shift in hertz divided by the frequency of NMR spectrometer in megahertz. By reporting the NMR absorption as a fraction of the NMR operating frequency, we will get units parts per million that are independent of spectrometer. Therefore, for different features of proton magnetic resonance spectroscopy provide information about compound as follows. Usually, the NMR spectrum gives us information about number of signals, position of signal in a spectrum, intensity of signal, and splitting of signal, that is spin-spin coupling of signal. On the basis of these 4 information, we will predict about the probable nature of all kinds of protons present in a molecule. The number of NMR signal equals to the number of different types of protons present in a compound. We will discuss some examples. Protons in a different environment, that is chemical environment, gives different NMR signals. And remember, chemically equivalent protons will not give the different signal. They give only one signal. For example, in case of dimethyl ether. In dimethyl ether, two methyl groups are attached to oxygen atom. As it contains 6 hydrogen atoms, all these 6 hydrogen atoms have same chemical environment. Therefore, all hydrogen atoms are equivalent and hence dimethyl ether gives only one signal. While in case of ethyl chloride, in ethyl chloride, the molecular formula is C2H5Cl. Here we can write the structure for ethyl chloride as CH3CH2Cl. Here in this molecule, chlorine is attached to CH2 and it is attached to CH3. So let us consider protons on methyl are Ha, protons on methylene, that is CH2, are Hb. The chemical environment of these 5 protons is different and they are grouped into 2 types, that is methyl protons and methylene protons denoted by Hb. So this molecule possesses 2 types of protons and therefore it gives 2 signals in NMR spectrum. Let us see another example of ethyl methyl ether. In ethyl methyl ether, methyl group is attached to oxygen atom and protons on this methyl are denoted by Ha. Protons on this methylene are denoted by Hb and protons on this methyl, they are Hc. As it contains 3 different groups of protons, therefore the chemical environment of all these 8 protons is different and they are grouped into 3 types, that is Ha, Hb and Hc. Therefore, ethyl methyl ether gives 3 NMR signals. To determine equivalent protons in cycloalkanes and alkenes, always draw all bonds of hydrogen atoms present in a molecule. For example, in case of chlorocyclopropane, in chlorocyclopropane, in this molecule, one carbon atom is attached to chlorine atom. But here, total 5 hydrogen atoms are present in this molecule. And these 5 hydrogen atoms are these 2 hydrogen atoms on one carbon atom, the 2 hydrogen atoms on another carbon atom, and 1 hydrogen atom on carbon atom having chlorine. Therefore, the chemical environment of these 5 hydrogen atoms is different. The hydrogen atom on carbon atom attached to chlorine is orienting in one direction below the plane of cyclopropane ring, and another 4 hydrogen atoms, 2 are above the plane of ring while 2 are below the plane of ring. That means the chemical environment of these 4 hydrogen atoms is not same. The hydrogen atoms above the plane of ring are near to chlorine, while the hydrogen atoms below the plane of ring are away from this chlorine. Therefore, they behave slightly different chemical environment. And hence, this molecule, that is chlorocyclopropane, gives 3 signals, as it possesses 3 types of protons. See the another example, that is chloroethene. In chloroethene, here the Cl CH double bond CH2. Here you observe that the 3 hydrogen atoms, one hydrogen atom is present on carbon atom attached to chlorine, and another 2 hydrogen atoms are present on alpha carbon atom. Out of these 2, one hydrogen atom is cis position to chlorine and another hydrogen atom is at trans position to chlorine atom. Therefore, in this molecule, the 3 hydrogen atoms, they are not equivalent. They shows 3 different sets of protons, and therefore chloroethene shows 3 signals in NMR spectrum. Let us see some more examples in this molecule, that is 1,2-dichloroethane. In 1,2-dichloroethane, CH2Cl attached with CH2Cl. So, all the 4 hydrogen atoms present in this molecule have similar chemical environment, or chemical environment of all protons is same. Therefore, it gives only one signal. While in another example, that is in this example, that is 1 bromo 3 chloropropane. In 1 bromo 3 chloropropane, CH2Br, CH2 and CH2Cl. Here, these 6 hydrogen atoms, they don't have same chemical environment. The hydrogen atoms attached to this carbon atom near to chlorine are represented by Ha, this middle hydrogen atom Hb, and these hydrogen atoms Hc. The chemical environment of all these A, B and C protons is different, because protons A are near to chlorine, protons B are near to bromine, and protons B at central carbon atom, they are away from this chlorine and bromine. So, 3 sets of protons are present in this molecule. They gives 3 signals in NMR spectrum. In another example, here in methyl acetate. In methyl acetate, this CH3, these protons Ha and these protons Hb. It is attached to CO group, while these protons are directly attached to oxygen atom. Therefore, chemical environment of these protons and these protons is different. Hence, methyl acetate possesses 2 sets of protons and this molecule gives 2 2 NMR signals. Let us see this example of ethanol. In ethanol, 6 hydrogen atoms are there. This one hydrogen atom, these 2 hydrogen atoms, and these 3 hydrogen atoms, denoted by Ha, Hb, and Hc. As 3 different kinds of protons are there in ethanol, ethanol shows 3 NMR signal in NMR spectrum. In comparing 2 hydrogen atoms on a ring or double bond, 2 protons are equivalent only if they are cis or trans to the same functional group. For example, in case of dichloroethene, 1,1-dichloroethene, here 2 chlorine atoms are attached to this carbon atom, 2 hydrogen atoms are present on this carbon atom. Each hydrogen atom here, it is cis to chlorine as well as trans to chlorine. This hydrogen atom is cis to this chlorine and trans to this chlorine. That means the chemical environment of both these hydrogen atoms is same. Therefore, 1,1-dichloroethylene gives only one signal in NMR spectrum. But in this another example, chlorobromoethene. In 1-bromo, 1-chloroethylene, this hydrogen atom is cis to bromine and at trans to chlorine. While this Ha, this hydrogen atom, is cis to chlorine and trans to bromine. That means their chemical environment is different. Therefore, 1-bromo, 1-chloroethylene gives 2 NMR signals in NMR spectrum. In third example, here chloroethylene. In chloroethylene, this Ha, Hb, and Hc. Here, Ha is attached to carbon atom having chlorine. Its chemical environment is different than Hb and Hc. This B is cis to chlorine, while this proton is trans to chlorine. Isn't it? This hydrogen atom is at trans position, while this hydrogen atom is at cis position to this chlorine. Therefore, chemical environment of A, B, and C is different, and therefore chloroethylene shows 3 NMR signals in NMR spectrum. In proton NMR, the number of signals gives us information about different kinds of protons present in a molecule. Proton equivalency in cycloalkanes can be determined by NMR spectroscopy. In cyclopropane, the cyclopropane ring is a planar, while it possesses 6 hydrogen atoms. But all these 6 hydrogen atoms, they are orienting in different planes. 3 are lying above the plane, while 3 hydrogen atoms, they are below the plane of cyclopropane ring. As all these hydrogen atoms, chemical environment is same, therefore they are chemically equivalent and shows only one signal in NMR spectrum. But in another example, that is chlorocyclopropane, one hydrogen atom is replaced by chlorine. Now here in this example, these two hydrogen atoms which are above the plane near to chlorine represented by B. These two hydrogen atoms lying below the plane represented by C, and this one hydrogen atom below the plane attached with carbon having chlorine atom represented by A. So chemical environment of A, B and C is different. Therefore, chlorocyclopropane shows 3 sets of equivalent protons and it gives 3 NMR signals. Now NMR position, in NMR spectrum, the position of signal gives us information about the chemical environment of each set of proton. In the vicinity of the nucleus, the magnetic field generated by the spinning electrons decreases the externally applied magnetic field strength, and they feels different magnetic field strength. Since the electron experience a lower magnetic field strength, it needs a lower frequency to achieve a resonance, and therefore lower frequency is to the right in an NMR spectrum, while towards a lower chemical shift. So shielding shifts the absorption towards upfield side, that means to the right side, while deshielding shifts the absorption band or signal towards downfield side, that is to the left side of NMR spectrum. Let us see an example. An isolated nucleus like proton. This isolated nucleus feels the externally applied magnetic field strength B. But if a proton is surrounded by certain electron density, then in this another example, this proton, it is surrounded by electron density which generates its own magnetic field, and if it orients aligned to externally applied magnetic field or aligned against externally applied magnetic field, that means two spin states are possible. This magnetic field induced by electron, if it is aligned against the externally applied magnetic field, then this nucleus feels somewhat different value of B. Therefore, the induced field decreases the strength of magnetic field felt by a nucleus, and therefore this nucleus is shielded nucleus. Can you understand what is shielded nucleus? The nucleus which is under the influence of externally applied magnetic field and orients against the direction of externally applied magnetic field. And such nuclei is said to be shielded and gives its signal towards the left side, that is upfield side of NMR spectrum. The less shielded nucleus becomes the more of the applied magnetic field strength B0 it feels. If the nucleus is deshielded, this deshielded nucleus experience higher magnetic field strength. It needs higher frequency to achieve a resonance, and therefore higher frequency is to the left side in NMR spectrum, therefore towards higher chemical shift. So deshielding shifts an absorption band towards downfield side, while protons near electronegative atoms like chlorine, bromine, iodine, oxygen atom, etc. The protons near electronegative atoms are de-shielded, so they absorb downfield side. So today we will stop here. Tomorrow we will discuss some more examples and the chemical shifts with respect to shielding of protons and de-shielding of protons. Thank you.